everybody, welcome to the League-Kempner House here on Galveston Island. I'm Janie and I'm the president of the nonprofit that was set up to restore and preserve this incredible house. And this will be our last video of the year. I have learned not to apologize for anything with you guys. You have been so supportive. So I will just state this as a fact. It has been a very busy holiday season in my house. Lots of family coming and going. I hope y'all had as wonderful a time as our family did, but there was not a lot of time to get down here and work and do anything, and I have some video left over that I need to edit and get to you guys of Heather and I doing some work in the lay lights, but I just know I'm not going to have time to do it before getting a video up on Sunday. So I thought instead I would just take today, I'm down here at the house, we're doing tours. I thought I would just try to do a quick, straight shot, no editing video and give you guys a sense of what's going to start going on next week because it is going to get busy. I told you in the last video that we were so thrilled to find out that we had been awarded a grant from the Kempner Fund to get the rest of our roof replaced and get this house dry. We also had some money set aside from our fundraising events earlier in the year to get concrete poured in the basement. The roof is a huge, big issue for the house to keep further deterioration from happening. And if you remember my checklist, it's safety first and then security and then stopping more deterioration. So we have got to get that roof dry. We thought we were dry a couple of years ago when we did a lot of roof work, but we had that big storm that ripped the little roof off the round alcove in the parlor off and did some damage to the roof. So we need to finish that replacement. And I was actually here earlier in the week. We're starting to get bids on that work and define that scope. So that's been going on. But I did have money squirreled away to pour concrete in the basement here. And that's what I want to show you today. Ricardo is coming back on Wednesday and Thursday to do a lot of little finishing things down here that need to be done and get ready for the concrete guys, and hopefully they will get scheduled in the following week to get this pour done because this is now critical path. And I haven't talked to y'all a lot about scheduling and critical path, but basically critical path is just when one thing has to happen before something else can happen. And in a big project, that's a big complicated schedule of a lot of things coming in and out. But for us right now, getting this concrete poured is critical path, and it's keeping us from building walls down here. Not having those walls built is keeping us from getting our plumbing and electrical run up to the rest of the house. So it's really exciting, and it will be very transformative. We have spent 3 full years in this basement doing structural work and getting everything ready, getting the plumbing in the ground and ready to go. And I am ready to be done with the basement. But for 2024, we're probably going to spend 90% of our time down here again, but not doing structural work. We'll be doing a lot more fun things. We'll be building those walls. We'll be working on finishing out the bathrooms. We still need to design our air conditioning system for down here, and that has to happen before we finish the ceiling in here. So I've got a couple of AC companies lined up to come right after this basement floor is in to start doing final design on that, so we know what needs to go where, how big to make our mechanical room. So a lot of things are going to change down here, and it's going to be really awesome. I don't know what else to say. I'm so excited to get out of the muck and the grunge work and start putting things together and fleshing out this house and showing you what it can really be down here. So let me get on the other side of the camera and show you what's going on down here and what I'm going to do today. Joe's not here. Her daughter is still in from California, so she's getting some quality family time, but I'm gonna get my gloves on and get to it. But first I'm gonna walk you around and show you what I'm going to do today. Oh, and in case you didn't notice, I graduated. I no longer have the boot. I my Christmas present was going to the doctor on December 26th, the day after, and I got what I call my mini boot, and it actually allows me to flex my foot this way a little bit, so I can now go up and down the stairs a little bit easier than I could before, and I have been cleared to do any kind of work I want. So don't fuss at me about my foot. I asked the doctor. He actually had watched the videos and know what I do, and he said I am good to do anything I want, lift anything I want, climb on anything I want. I just can't rotate my foot and let it roll again. So this brace will be on for another 6 weeks or so to make sure I don't do that while that bone fully grows in. But it's grown in enough that it's attached back to the main bone and I can do work. So let me get started. So everything you see that's dirt is going to get covered with a 4-inch concrete slab. So all this needs to be cleaned up, and the concrete guys are going to do a lot of the cleanup, but I need to do some. So one thing I need to do is move all these bricks outside, and I'm just going to carry them over and throw them out the window for today to get them out of the way. We need to get all of this PVC moved up and accessible to the plumber. So I'm going to take that outside and get it stored. And then there are a lot of plumbing fixtures that were either left over from before or gifts or things that I had in my garage that I brought down to use up, and that needs to all be moved upstairs. And then Ricardo is coming to add some brick to our well. I'm going to call it a well because I don't know what else to call it. I think it's a filtration system, but we're going to actually make this into a wishing well for the gift shop. And when I put that laser level on here that I showed y'all a couple weeks ago, the new concrete floor comes up almost to the top of this. So he needs to add some more brick to it before they pour the floor. So I think I'm going to go ahead and have him add maybe 4 or 5 rows, and it's about 10 bricks per row. So I'm going to pick out 50 good bricks and have them stacked up here for Ricardo to use, so I don't have to pay him to do that manual labor that I can do. So I'm just going to do some quick clean up in here to get ready. And then the other thing Ricardo will do down here is remove this temporary beam. You've seen in Uncle Lee's bedroom how we've sistered some joist, and this was never intended to be permanent. We've replaced all those joists early in the process, but now we need to finish. Sorry, I got interrupted. Walter, our volunteer, is upstairs, and we had some more people come in to tour. Anyway, these just butt together on this temporary beam, and we now need to come in and add another joist beside to sister these together and get them bolted properly. And some of them do have some kind of temporary sisters, short ones used with scrap that we had laying around. That actually holds this up. We've taken this beam down before and nothing happens, but it's not appropriate long term. We need to do it correctly and get the right size and get the length and get them bolted on. So I will have him do that so that these will be out of the way so that the concrete company won't have to mess with those. But I'm going to get started now picking through all those bricks and getting the good ones laid aside for Ricardo and throwing the rest out the window and moving this plumbing stuff upstairs. So I have a bit of a dilemma. It's not very far to the window, and I thought about just carrying the bricks over and throwing them out, but my plumber accidentally left his brand new wheelbarrow here. So I can load the wheelbarrow up, roll it there, and then throw them out. So I may try that. I don't know if it's going to be more trouble than it's worth, but as I'm loading it, I'm going to pick through the bricks and keep any that I think are good enough for the well. Unfortunately, I think none of these are going to be good enough. Most of these came out of the floor, and they're not hard fired. They were very brittle. Most of them broke no matter how careful we tried to be. So I think what's going to happen is most of these will get taken out, and then I'll have to go to our brick pile outside and find good bricks and bring them in. So that's a bit of a bummer. And so far I haven't found a good one yet. Some of them are also the wrong size. Like this one, I wish you could feel it, but it's super heavy. It's a different kind of brick. It's a Mexico red. So it's probably a modern brick, and I don't know what it would have been used for, but it's too wide. It's not the same dimension as our bricks. So it's got to go. So I think basically all these have to go. Now that I think about it, if I don't load it too heavy, I might be able to take it around and out the back door and take it directly to our brick pile outside, which would stop me from picking it up, throwing it out, picking it up off the ground and putting it back and taking it back out and putting it in that pile. So I may turn you guys off, go get my drill, open that door and give it a shot, because I'm all about efficiency and doing it the easiest way possible. So I'm going to try. It's a very sad day at the house. Wendy is here. Say hi, Wendy.
Hi.
This is our wonderful volunteer who did all these decorations for Christmas for us, and she showed up to take them down. So they've been just gorgeous. Thank you so much. And tell us again where all these came from.
They came from my house. I've collected Christmas over the years and just like to lived all over the world and bought Christmas everywhere I've lived.
And downsized, right?
And downsized, but I'm going to upsize again. So
downsized to come to Galveston and be near her daughter and grandchildren. But so we are the beneficiary of her downsizing, because this tree is 15 feet tall. I mean, that's just crazy. Who has a 15-foot tall Christmas tree? Wendy does. And Wendy is Jen's sister, who Jen was Spooky Galveston, who you helped also, but put together that fabulous October the 13th, Friday the 13th event for us that raised so much money. So we owe a lot to you and your family. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, as usually happens, I went upstairs, got completely sidetracked by something else. Cannot find my drill with my screwdriver head in it, so I'm going back to my original plan and just dumping this stuff out the window. Okay. Not too bad. I think I'll just keep doing that. As I look at these bricks, I would have to say a lot of them aren't good for anything. They're going to be scrap, and that's okay, because another project Ricardo is going to do is take out all of our front walk coming from our brand new sidewalk at the street up to the front steps, because that's what we got written up for, and our liability insurance is a safety hazard, and given what happened to me, I can't argue with that. So that needs to come out, which means we'll be going to the concrete dump site. So all this stuff that's scrap can go and just get off site. It'll be that much cleaner. Restoring an old Victorian house sounds like a lot of fun, and don't get me wrong, it is, but so much of the time is spent doing tasks like this, just picking up construction debris, moving stuff from one place to another, cleaning up after other work. And I actually enjoy the physical labor, and every bit that I can do or that we get done by volunteers, that just saves us money that we can put towards true craftsmen to come in and do the work that we can't do ourselves. Especially on a day like today. The weather was absolutely fabulous. It was the perfect conditions to do work. Unfortunately, I didn't get as much done as I wanted to because I did get distracted by tours coming in upstairs and other comings and goings in the house. While I'm here, this is another project for Ricardo. This thing is about to come out, and we actually do take this out periodically to bring the wheelbarrow in and out. We've got kind of a makeshift ramp here, but we need to replace these sideboards and really get them bolted into the brick so that we can screw plywood in or screw this in more securely, just for security in the house until we get our windows built. But this has been a great place to bring material in and out. It's where we will bring the concrete in when they do the foundation here. So I want to get it set up as a quicker, easier entrance, kind of like we put the hinge door in the front, so we had something usable there that we didn't have to rig up every time. So that will be on Ricardo's project list. Please don't hit me because I leave such a blameless life. I'm never going to get this finished because I'm interrupted again. I see our volunteer Alfred is here with our bird bath. Hello. You must be the missus. Hello.
Hey.
Did you trim your beard?
Nope.
No? You must have just combed it today. I'll be right out.
Okay.
Hi. It's even bigger in person.
It's a big one.
Wow, perfect. All right.
So,
I was thinking where we have the little statue over here because it's close to the water hose. And we'll move the little statue like over here or something.
Oh, this one here.
Yeah, this little statue. We put it right there just so we can fill it up easy.
Okay.
And keep water in it.
Yeah, it should, I think.
Yeah, just out further.
Yeah.
Peppy came with Jackson today. Hey, Jackson. Do you want to back up?
Yeah.
Closer?
Yeah, definitely. Pepper would
Don't
appreciate
carry it
that.
any longer than you have to.
Boys, truck. Oh.
Is there any kind of dolly to move it?
That heavy from there, just so I can carry it. Boys, get it.
We don't need a squished dog. Oh, was he going to pick that up by himself?
Okay, lean it forward. There you go. All right.
Heavy enough.
You ready? I've already done it 3 times.
I'm only handicapped for so long.
How many times have you moved it so far?
In the thing.
Right there.
Right there, let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, and it'll just settle itself down.
Oh yeah.
You want to bring it a little more that way? Or?
Back to
You want it
back.
closer to the
I think
truck?
that's fine.
That's
I
fine
think,
right there?
yeah.
Okay.
Don't want it here. If you rock it, I'll kick some of this mulch out. Get it on. Okay, if you go the other way, I'll kick the other side.
Don't want to crush your foot.
Well, leave me one good, I need one good foot. Please don't crush my foot. Okay. There we go. There. I'll just. I need one functioning limb.
Peppy.
There you are.
Back. Peppy. Twisting it all out.
Step over there. Whoa. Careful. There you go. There you go. That's it right there. You might spin it a little bit, see if it's
It doesn't, yeah, it doesn't look set.
That's it. It might not sit right on it.
Spin it some more.
You may have to put a shim or something on the left side where it's to level it.
I think it's on the, it's inside
The ball.
the bowl itself, yeah.
If Joe were here, we'd say, ta-da! Yeah, that's cool. I might put a coating on that to
Yeah.
smooth it out and seal it so the algae doesn't grow so bad.
That's the way I thought about was maybe trying to pressure wash it.
But it'll also be in the sun, so you can dry it out and let the sun just kill the algae every once in a while. Perfect. The birds will be happy. It wouldn't be a fitting end to the year without a little bit of drama. For those of you not from Galveston, as you leave the island, you cross over a very long causeway that has a very tall bridge, and there's almost no shoulder, a very, very narrow shoulder for quite a few miles. And I was very lucky that I heard a sound and decided to pull over and check my car. It was driving fine, nothing wrong with the handling, but there was an odd hum, and sure enough, I had a flat tire, and I was right at the very last place where there was a spot to pull over. And it was a little scary because cars are whizzing by, and there's an entrance ramp that comes in at a curve, and these big trucks are coming in from the port constantly. But I just put my seatbelt on, moved my seat back in case I got hit from the rear, that I would be as safe as possible, and called AAA, which thank goodness I've never had AAA in my life, but I got it just a couple of months ago, thinking about all the driving I do to Galveston, that just might be something that might come in handy someday. And sure enough, it did. And look who AAA sent: the League City Wrecker Service, our namesake. So I thought that was a fitting choice of wrecker services to get. And the guy was super nice, changed my tire, and got me on my way back home. So that is it for videos for this year. It's not the end of the work from 2023. I'll spend the next few weeks combing through all the video, doing a retrospective of everything that went on in 2023. And as I said, we are going to be launching into 2024 in a big way, with a ton of work in the basement, new roof going on, and all kinds of exciting things. So thanks for watching and being so supportive as we continue this journey to restore this incredible house. May you all have a very safe and happy New Year's, and I look forward to seeing you next year here at the League-Kempner House in Galveston, Texas.